At first, no one could see the fire. That was the most terrifying part. In the early hours of October 1957, inside a concrete reactor buried in the quiet countryside of Cumbria, something invisible was burning, slowly, stubbornly, and out of control. Windscale was supposed to be safe, controlled, a symbol of Britain's atomic confidence. But deep within its graphite core, heat was building where it should never have been allowed to linger. The operators noticed strange readings, temperatures climbing, instruments behaving like nervous whispers instead of firm answers. They followed procedures written for a technology the world barely understood. The reactor had been annealed before, heated deliberately to release trapped energy. This time, the energy did not want to leave. And then came the smell. A sharp, metallic tang crept through the air vents. Not smoke, something worse, something unfamiliar. When inspection ports were opened, a dull red glow stared back. Uranium fuel cartridges were on fire. Inside a nuclear reactor. No alarms screamed across the countryside. No evacuation sirens wailed. The danger moved quietly, carried on the wind, invisible to the eye and impossible to outrun. As flames spread through the reactor's graphite blocks, radioactive particles lifted into the sky. Iodine-131, cesium, poison dust drifting over farms, towns, and schoolyards. Milk cows grazed beneath a sky that looked perfectly normal. Inside the control room, panic sharpened into resolve. There was no manual for this, no precedent, only choices, each one dangerous, each one irreversible. Should they shut the reactor down and risk trapping the fire? Should they starve it of oxygen, or flood it and risk a hydrogen explosion? Then someone suggested the unthinkable. Water. Pouring water onto a nuclear fire went against every instinct. Water plus uranium meant steam, pressure, catastrophe. But the flames were spreading. Time was bleeding away. They turned the valves. Water surged in. For hours, men watched gauges climb and fall, bracing for an explosion that never came. Slowly, agonizingly, the fire began to die. By morning, the glow faded. The reactor fell silent. Britain told the public very little. Milk was quietly destroyed. Contaminated areas quietly monitored. The event was downplayed as an incident, not a disaster. But decades later, the truth settled in. Windscale was the world's worst nuclear accident until Chernobyl. No blast, no mushroom cloud. Just invisible fallout and unanswered questions. The Windscale fire didn't roar. It whispered. And it reminded the world that some dangers don't announce themselves until they've already passed through you. If this story held you to the end, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your support helps keep these hidden histories alive.